ಸರ್ವರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಗುರುದೇವರ ಆಜ್ಞೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಶಿರಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಅವರ ಅಪ್ಪಣೆಯಂತೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. ಗುರುಸ್ತುತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಂಗಳಾಚರಣದ ಶ್ಲೋಕದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಗುರುವೇ ಸರ್ವಲೋಕಾನಾಂ ವಿಶಜೇ ಭವರೋಗಿಣಾಂ ನಿಧಯೇ ಸರ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಾಂ ಶ್ರೀ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಯೇ ನಮಃ. ಸದಾಶಿವಸಮಾರಂಭಾಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಧ್ಯಮಾಂ ಅಸ್ಮದಾಚಾರ್ಯಪರ್ಯಂತಾಂ ವಂದೇ ಗುರುಪರಂಪರಾಂ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಿರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಾಯ. ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಮಹಾಸರಸ್ವತ್ಯೈ ನಮಃ. ವಸುದೇವಸುತಂ ದೇವಂ ಕಂಸಚಾಣೂರಮರ್ದನಂ ದೇವಕೀ ಪರಮಾನಂದಂ ಕೃಷ್ಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರುಂ. ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ಯತ್ಕೃಪಾತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಪರಮಾನಂದಮಾಧವಂ. ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತೀಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತತೋ ಜಯಮುದೀರಯೇತ್. ಎರಡನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ. ಮೂರನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ. ಐದನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಹೋದ ಸಲ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಮೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ, ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಗೋ, ಆಸ್ ಗುರುದೇವ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ repeatedly told, we have to remember that point all the time. 2-3 things are there which he has made repeatedly very clear, especially while commenting on Bhagavad Gita. You remember, all of you know very well, in the 1977 itself, before our Gurudev left Hrishikesh area on All India Parivrajika pilgrimage tour, the first edition of Science of Bhagavad Gita had been published from Hrishikesh itself. Later, the revised, enlarged edition of Science of Bhagavad Gita was published here once Anusoni became his Karma Bhumi, Karya Kshetra Bhumi, ultimately. While the second enlarged edition of Bhagavad Gita was being printed in Bangalore, Gurudev had specifically given me some work in the connection, and he kept on telling me one point repeatedly, that this edition which I have enlarged, there is one particular standpoint, Bhagavad Gita, from the modern, highly educated, temperamental, scientifically oriented people with lot of intellectual faculty, with lot of their personal intelligence level geared up to that extent, it is a sort of, they don't accept anything until it enters into their brain, because they are so engrossed. ಬುದ್ಧಿಜೀವಿಗಳು, ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಖರವಾದ ಬುದ್ಧಿಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ತಮ್ಮ ವಾದವೇ ಸರಿ, ತಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ಪ್ರಸಕ್ತ ವಿದ್ಯಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾವನೆಗಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವಿಕಾಸ ಹೊಂದಿದೆಯೋ ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರದಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಟೆಂಪರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ದ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ದ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್, our Gurudev used these words. So people now, they are in a global village, so they want to examine everything from the scientific temperament. So I have used, that is why the scientific language in explaining Bhagavad Gita, not the traditional language, not the traditional Vyakhyana. So he made that point very clear. So that was meant for people who are basically at the higher spiritual level of the old generation. It was targeting to the younger generation of 20 plus signs of Bhagavad Gita worldwide. That's what he made it very clear. So when he gave me the ajna here, you sit and do the ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ, when all these things have said, ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Gurudev made the one point very clear again, that you don't give that scientific ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ, what I have written. That was for a specific purpose, targeting specific mentality of the audience worldwide. Don't go by that, go by the traditional ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ, traditional commentary. That is our soul. The Indian traditional ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ, that is the soul. All our Mahatmans have explained, saints have explained, Acharyas have explained. We must stick on to that, not to the one what I have written. So that he had made it very clear. And repeatedly, every time we have to remember these things. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರುಗಳು ಬಹಳ ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? Really understanding of Bhagavad Gita is very difficult. Why it is very difficult? Though we think that we have understood meaning, still you don't understand. So he specified, emphasized on that point. Finally he answered the same thing. Why you don't understand Bhagavad Gita? Because you think you have understood the meaning of the shloka correctly. It may be so. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಸರಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ತರದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸ್ವಂತ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್, ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಟಿಲ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಟಿಲ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ದಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಹಿಯರ್, you will never understand. That is what he said. I think that is the best explanation any saint can give, any Mahatman can give. That is why they say Bhagavad Gita will remain in the eons to come. Today it is there, for next 10,000 years also it will be there, because it is Upadesha for the mankind. ಆಯಾ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಹಾಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Our Gurudev also said, this is not the end. So many new ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನಾಸ್ will come, explanations will come in the future, depending on the future life. Bhagavad Gita, there is no end. For Vyakhyana, there is no end. For commentary, there is no end. It goes on expanding. So with that background, this third chapter, Karma Yoga ideyalla, again, ultimately, as Gurudev had made this point very clear, as earlier it was said here, in the beginning itself, third shloka itself, Lord has made the point very clear. From the beginning of the creation, there were two paths, two routes which I had explained. One is Jnana Nishtha, Sankhya Yoga, another is Karma Yoga. So he has explained that in the third shloka itself. Lokesmin vividha nishtha pura prokta mayanaka jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. Jnana yogena sankhyanam. So, ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಮುಂದೆ 5ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ. ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯೋಗೇನ ಸಾಂಖ್ಯಾನ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಅವರ್ ಗುರುದೇವ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ದಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಇನ್ಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ವೈಲ್ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಗವದ್ ಗೀತಾ. ಒನ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್, ಸಾಂಖ್ಯ ಶಬ್ದ, ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಾಂಖ್ಯ ಹಿಯರ್, ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೆಡ್ ವೇದಾಂತ, some confusion will come here. Which confusion? There is a Sankhya Darshana. Sankhya Darshana explained by Kapila Muni in Vedanta, one of the Darshana. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, hage Sankhya. And Patanjala Yoga by Patanjali Maharshi. Remember that Sankhya Darshana, the same name Sankhya, given by Kapila Muni, the great sage, that is different than what Sankhya Yoga Lord is hinting here. Illi baro Sankhya Yogada Shabdada Paribhashe, explanation, what Lord is intending is different from Sankhya Darshana. Always we have to remember that. That is in Dvaita mode only. Ultimately, Acharya Shankara, while explaining, taking each darshana, then finally he concludes that Sankhya Darshana given by Kapila Mahamuni falls under Dvaita only, not Advaita. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಅದನ್ನು ಖಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪಾತಂಜಲ ಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಖಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪಾತಂಜಲ ಯೋಗ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ್ವೈತ ಲೈಕ್ ಸಾಂಖ್ಯ. ಅದು ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರಮಾರ್ಥಿಕ ಲೆವೆಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ವೈತಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪುರುಷ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಧಾನ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಎರಡು ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸಾಂಖ್ಯ ದರ್ಶನ ನಾಟ್ ಒನ್, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್. 24 ತತ್ವಗಳಿದೆ. ಸಾಂಖ್ಯ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಸೊ 24 ತತ್ವಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಅಂಡ್ ಪುರುಷ. They are two independent, different. Whereas in Advaita, Ekam eva Dvitiyam, Ekam eva Dvitiyam, the highest truth is Advaitic truth. There is only one. There is no second. There is no second. There is only one. Paratattva. So from that point of view, Acharya adana khandane ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಸಾಂಖ್ಯ ದರ್ಶನ. So that is given by Kapila Mahamuni. But here Sankhya Yoga refers to what? Not that Sankhya. Please remember. ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ನಿಜವಾದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ನಿಷ್ಠಾಯೋಗ, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯೋಗ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಪಾತ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಬೈ ರಮಣ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಇನ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ 1940s, 30s. In the 20th century, what Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi simplified, the same thing, self-inquiry, inquiry path, jnana, knowledge, wisdom, negating one by one, discarding one by one, ultimately what remains is that Paratattva. So I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the ಅಂತಃಕರಣ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ. I am not this, I am not that. As in Upanishad, ನೇತಿ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ. So the negation commences and then you end up with a point where ಏನು ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, that is only referred as tat. ಅದು no name, no gender. So who am I ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I am that only which cannot be explained. ಅದು ಫೈನಲ್ ತತ್ವ. So what ultimate jnana is there in Upanishad, that comes under Sankhya, as the Lord has mentioned here. So these two paths were there, Jnana Yoga and Sankhya Yoga. So Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Sankhyanam andre the people who are endowed with that special wisdom. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಮಹತ್ವ ಆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷುಗಳಿಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಲಿದ್ದವರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಈಸಿಯೆಸ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ. ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗೇನ ಯೋಗಿನ. ಸೊ our Gurudev has made this point very clear. I am repeating again so that we should remember here correctly. Wherever the word yoga is referred in Bhagavad Gita, normally, unless otherwise specified by Lord, normally yoga andre illi karma yogave. Buddhi yoga andrunu normally it refers to karma yoga. Normally that is how we should remember. Karma yogena yoginam. Yogi andre yaru? Karma yogi antane artha. Now remember, the mankind, the time is war, battlefield, and the Kali Yuga is ensuing, already started. Almost. So Arjuna is only nimitta and the Upadesha is for us. That is the point. So Lord, what he hints here is, very few are endowed with that capacity of a Jnana Yoga. They can reach God, they can reach Advaitic mode directly with the help of a Guru, or by Guru Anugraha, with the help of the Guru. But most of us may not be in that position. So the easy way is Karma Yoga only. That is exactly what the main purport of Bhagavad Gita. Our Gurudev has made this point so many clear. Nimiga easiest way is Karma Yoga. Always think the Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga andre every time it has been repeatedly told here and also our Gurudev. Surrendering ourselves to God, I am nothing, you are everything, with that feeling. You are everything, I am nothing. The work What is to be done under your direction I am doing. I am not doing anything. I have been influenced by your grace, this work I am doing, that's all. What is the result? I am not bothered. ಆಸೆಯಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, with desire, no work to be done, with least expectation, no expectation. Do the work sincerely, ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Allotted work, let us do sincerely without questioning anything. Lord is there. So our Gurudev has made this point. Have full faith in Lord, have full faith, conviction, believe in your Guru or God, then do your work sincerely. ಅದು ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ. Don't be elated, don't be disheartened, whether you get a good reward or bad reward. Idu, our Gurudev has mentioned this point so clear, I am repeatedly telling before going. However much we are influenced by our own actions. If somebody praises me, I feel very happy. That's what our Gurudev said. It is okay. When you feel happy, damage is not that much done. But when somebody scolds you, you become angry inside. That is a greater damage. So you are reacting. Mind is reacting. The mind itself is reacting. That itself is a karma bandhana. I feel happy or I feel sad, I feel angry. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? By listening to somebody's words. By listening itself. Let apart doing anything. So mind is agitated. Mind is stressed out. Mind is tensed up. ನಮಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ತಡೆಯೋದಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ತಕ್ಷಣ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಮನಸ್ಸೊಳಗೆ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ರೋಧ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ರೋಧ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಸಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಗುರು ಸೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಬಿಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ. Once very beautifully, humorously he said, but what a wonderful point, is the truth. He put a question and then he answered the same question. Sittu, krodha, anger, from where it comes? From where it comes? You have experienced, but from where it comes? It comes because you invite it. That is the answer he has given in Know Your Reality. The anger comes in because we are inviting it. So stop inviting. So don't feel angry. That is your litmus test, Gurudev says. ಅದು ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಗುರು. ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋ ತನಕ ನಿಮಗೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಶಬ್ದಗಳು, ಓನ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. However much you listen, you will never follow. Until I practice, start from today practicing. That's what our Gurudev says. So Bhagavad Gita ಬಗ್ಗೆ repeatedly he is hammering these points. I have understood, I can say, one portion of his Adesha, why he said Bhagavad Gita Vyakhana should be done, do it very slowly, let it take 4 years. These are the words of our Gurudev. Why are you bothered? Let it take 4 years. So I don't know. Only he is making me to speak. I am not speaking anything here. ನನ್ನ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಏನೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ನಾವು ಈಗ we are coming down to the fourth shloka, last time where we stopped. ದ ಕರ್ಮಣ ಅನಾರಂಭ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯಂ ಪುರುಷೋಷ್ಣುತೆ. We had stopped here explaining. ನ ಚ ಸನ್ಯಸನಾದೇವ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಂ ಸಮಧಿಗಚ್ಚತಿ. So man cannot remain without naishkarmya, without doing any action. We had stopped there. Or without sacrificing all the karmas. ಕರ್ಮಗಳ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ ಕರ್ಮಗಳ ತ್ಯಾಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಏನೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಅಪ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸಿ, 2 things are different. Not starting, not doing. ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ, I am not going to do anything. That is different. Then giving up allotted karma, that is different. So ಕರ್ಮಗಳ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಒಂದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರ್ಮಗಳ ತ್ಯಾಗ, ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಲೈಟ್ಲಿ ದೀಸ್ 2 things are different. So Lord has made it point very clear. By both the methods, if you sit quietly, what happens? Nothing will happen. Your mind will end up in agitation only. If you decide to sit quietly, ಕರ್ಮ ಮಾಡದೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ಭಗವಂತ, ಕರ್ಮ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನೀನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ನಾನು ಬೇಡ, ನಾನು ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನೀನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ, this is happening in Bhishma Parva, Bhagavad Gita. The same Mahabharata, Ashwamedha Parva, later, there is a statement. There is a statement by the Lord himself. In Ashwamedha Parva, next, in Mahabharata, where he says what actually Naishkarmya means, definition. Naishkarmya means what? Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dattva naishkarmyam acharet sarvabhuta sukho maitraha sarvendriya yato munihi. Naishkarmya means the one who is following Naishkarmya, andre actionless state. Who, definition Lord has given there, Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dattva naishkarmyam acharet ಸರ್ವಭೂತ ಸುಖೋ ಮೈತ್ರ ಸರ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯ ಯಥೋ ಮುನಿ. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಕಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ, ಸಚ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಮುನಿ. ಎ ಎಕ್ಸಾಲ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸೋಲ್. ಯಾರು? ಸರ್ವಭೂತೇಭ್ಯೋ ಅಭಯಂ ದತ್ವ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಚರಾಚರದ ಜೀವ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸರ್ವ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಪಶು, ಪಕ್ಷಿ ಆದಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಭಯಂ ದತ್ವ ಸರ್ವಭೂತ ಸುಖೋ ಮೈತ್ರ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ಮೈತ್ರಿ ಭಾವ, ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ಕರುಣಾಭಾವ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಮ. ಇದು ಪಶು, ಇದು ಪಕ್ಷಿ, ಇದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಇವರು ನನ್ನವರು, ಇವರು ಬೇರೆಯವರು, he is my mitra and he is my shatru, they are mine, they are not mine. So without any such distinction, with the same compassion, same love towards all, because the whole creation is by God himself. God is there in every individual entity. Upanishad has made the point clear. Created and then he entered. Praveshit. That Almighty, that Paradattva, creation ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಆಯಿತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸರ್ವಂ ಕಲ್ವಿದಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಂ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ಇರೋದು. ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡವನು ಸರ್ವಭೂತ ಹಿತ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ. ಹೇಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು? ಸರ್ವಭೂತ ಹಿತೇರತಃ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೌಹೃದಯ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದು ಅಂಥವನಿಗೆ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ. ಸಿ, ಸಚ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯ. ಸರ್ವಭೂತ ಸುಖೋ ಮೈತ್ರ ಸರ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯ ಯಥೋ ಮುನಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಸ್ 5 senses, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ 5 senses. ಸರ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯ ಆರ್ ಜಿತೇಂದ್ರಿಯ. ಯಾರು? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಈಸಿ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ದೀಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. We cannot practice. ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು, ಹೇಳೋದು ಸುಲಭ. ಅವರು ಗುರುದೇವ್ has mentioned, it is very easy to say. ಪ್ರವಚನಕಾರರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೇಳೋರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳೋರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರು ಗುರುಗಳು. ಸರ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? ಅದೇನು ಸುಲಭನ? ಅದು ಲೈಫ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸಾಧನ. ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಾಧನ. ವಿನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ 5 senses. ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್? ಕಣ್ಣು ನೋಡುತ್ತೆ, ಐಸ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಕಿವಿ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಗುಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಜಿಟೇಷನ್, ಆಂಗ್ರಿ. ಸ್ಪರ್ಶ, ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟಚ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಸ್ಕಿನ್. ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್, ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್. ಮೈಂಡ್ is always towards sense of touch, sense of smell. See, ever since creation, sense of touch, sense of sight, and sense of hearing. These 3 are controlling our entire life. That is a creation. ಇದು ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? In controlling. So that is not a joke. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದೇ ಗುರುಗಳು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅದು. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಸರ್ವ ಸಮತ್ವ ಭಾವ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸರ್ವ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನು ಜಯಿಸಿದಾಗ. ಆವಾಗ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ತಾನಾಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Then you are as good as you are not doing any work. Naishkarmya siddhi. You are absolutely though you are doing karma, in the real sense you are not doing any karma because all are under your control. All are under your control. ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ our Gurudev has given the example of Janaka Maharaja, ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ. He was known to be a king, discharging all the duties alva. Like Janaka, like Priyavrata, like Rishabhadeva, they were all Raja Rishis. Like Ambarisha, Raja Rishis andre, they were kings, but saintly kings. They were Brahmajnanis. They are married. They were discharging their duty. They were looking after kingdom. Everything. They were kings, enjoying the life from the onlooker point of view. ನೋಡೋರಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಮಹಾರಾಜರು, ಹೌದಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಖಭೋಗ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಡಿಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್, ಟೋಟಲಿ ಪೂರ್ತಿ. ಅದು ನಿಜವಾದ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯ. ದೇ ನ್ಯೂ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ವರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯ, ಅವರ್ ಗುರುದೇವ್ ಸೇಸ್. Janaka is an example for the Naishkarmya Siddhi. Priyavrata, Bharata, even Bharata Chakravarti, before he, became Jadabharata, he was following that. He was a great, because his father, Rishabhadeva, was like that. All these things are there in Bhagavata. So, that is the point he says, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಅದು ನಾವು. So, neither you can stop without working, nor you can say, I don't want to start any work. Yakendre, he gives reason. Next Lord says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthat akarmakut karyate hevashaha karma sarva prakriti jai gunaihi. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthat akarmakut karyate hevashaha karma sarva prakriti jai gunaihi. You For a second you cannot sit without doing any work, because even if you decide, the body, mind, still your own three gunas will make you to work. You cannot sit quietly. That he has made it very clear, very, very clear. Next shloka. ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. You cannot. Even if you decide, you cannot, because Sattva, Tamo, Raja, all the three gunas are root cause. They are the part of the Maya itself. ಈ ಮೂರು ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ಆವೃತವಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾಯೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಬಂಧಿಸಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಮೂರು ಗುಣಗಳು ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆಟ ಆಡಿಸೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಬರ್ತ್, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಡೀಡ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಐ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಆಲ್ ದ ತ್ರೀ ಗುಣಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಎವರಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್, ಸತ್ವ, ತಮ, ರಜ. But percentage of the three, nobody knows how much. So predominantly at times you are Sattva-guni, predominantly at times you are Rajo-guni, predominantly at times we are Tamo-guni. So Tamo-guni, when it is predominating in our life, andre alasya, nidre, ajnana, andhakara, see, jadate, inertia, buddhimandya. The mind doesn't work properly. I am always lazy. I am in total darkness. I don't know what to do, what not to do. Mind is totally dumb. Mind is numb, like animal mind. So we don't know anything. That's more of Tamoguna. Rajoguna is, you want highly ambitious, name, fame, wealth. People should love you. People should respect you. You should do something for the mankind. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ. Lot of things are there, lot of desires are there. Lot of desires are there in me to do something to the world, so that I become a celebrity. People will remember me even after my death. My name, my photo, my statue. Rajoguna. They can't sit at one place. They can't remain without working. Always mind is active. Sattva-guna, very rare combination by God's grace. Because of previous deeds, our birth, whatever good things we have done, in this birth we may have more Sattva-guna at most of the time. Ellarallu samabhava, maitri, karuna, compassion, anukampa, helping others when they are in need. Helping others andre thinking that it is a God's work. Helping somebody andre thinking that it is an occasion for a service. Service to humanity, service to God. When such feelings are there, when I don't hate anybody, really, even if I don't love anybody, but I don't hate anybody, they're all parts of the Sattva. So man always under the influence of the three. Without that there is no individual at all. ಅದು ಸೊ ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತರಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಹೊರತು ಆ ಮೂರು ಗುಣಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಜಗತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜೀವನವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಜೀವನವೇ ಮೂರು ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ಸಂಘಾತವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ವರ್ಕ್. ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಸಾಧಾರಣ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಜೋಕ್. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ವರ್ಕ್. ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಎ ಸಿಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಲೇಟರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಹಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್, ಯಾರು ಕರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕರ್ಮವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಅಕರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಮವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವನು ಮಹಾ ಯುಕ್ತತಮ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅಂತ. ದಟ್ ಲೇಟರ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಸಿಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಐಸ್ thinking that I am not doing any work, you may say I am sitting quietly, I am not doing any work, no physical work. But is it true? No, because mind is active. The physical body may be inactive from the onlooker point of view, but what about the mind here? It is always active, thinking something, sankalpa vikalpa. So manassu, when the mind is active, then also it is a karma anta lecka. So we cannot sit without any work ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ. We may pretend, I may pretend I am not doing any work, but Lord says no, you cannot. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ even if I want, I cannot sit quietly. My own gunas, the combination of the three in my psyche, in my mind, in my antakarana, from the time I am born till I die, whatever antakarana is there, accordingly what the three gunas are there interacting, accordingly they will decide, they will see that I will do some work. So the gunas will influence Sattva, Tamo, Raja, and I am controlled by these three gunas. My mind is controlled by the three. So I cannot remain. That is the point what Lord is hinting. That is how Arjuna, you cannot remain without any work. ನೀನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣವೂ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀಯಲ್ಲ. ಕರ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ನೀನು ವಿಚಲಿತನಾಗಿ ಕರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ. ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳ ವಿಷಯ ಬೇರೆ, ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಶಂಕರರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿ, ಜ್ಞಾನೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ದಿ ವೈಸ್ ಮೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜಬಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕರ್ಮ, ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಗುಣಾಸ್. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಗುಣಾಸ್, ಗುಣಾತೀತ ಶಬ್ದ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ಡ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಗುಣಾಸ್. ಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಗುಣೈರ್ನ ವಿಚಾಲ್ಯತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಆದಿಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ. Jnani gunairna vichalyate. They are not influenced by gunas. These three gunas. So they are different. But all of us, common man, all of us, including all andre mumukshus also, who are doing sadhana also. Common man andre ellara bandu. So we are influenced by gunas anta. Except jnanis. Because he has made this point so clear, hammering here. Lord, next shloka is so important. It is a self-introspective shloka. Our Gurudev has said, if you understand this shloka next, you have no questions to ask. Follow the shloka, change yourself. Don't ask any more questions. That is what our Guru said. What is the next shloka? Lord has hitting us on here, head. Direct hitting. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य यास्ते मनसा स्मरन्, आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्. कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्. That is what we are doing till our death. We have to accept. There is no other way. You can tell a lie to any one of us in our life, my wife, my husband, my children, judge, police, my colleagues, my friends, so I can tell a lie. I can make them to believe that I am truthful. Can I tell lie to my own conscience? Can I tell lie to my own Pratyagatma inside? Can I tell lie to the same Paramatma, Paradattva, Guru present inside the heart? No. That's what Lord is telling here. Karmendriyani sanyamya ya aste manasasparam indriyarthan vimodhatma mityacharaha savuchyate. He uses the word, we are all mithyacharis. You are all mithyachari, Arjuna. What he is telling to Arjuna refers to us only. Nodappa Arjuna, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಮೂಢರು, ಮೂಢರು, ಮಿಥ್ಯಾಚಾರಿಗಳು. They are hypocrites. There is a beautiful English word. So many phrases are there, I don't remember. One thing is coming here. I have heard a word, a phrase, something like wolf in the sheep's cloth. In Kannada it is something like Gomukha Vyagra. That is the tiger in the cow skin. Tiger hiding in the cow skin. You know, the other cows think that there is a cow among us only because it is having a cow skin only, tiger. Old tiger, it cannot hunt, so it wears a cow skin, cow head, and then mingles with the remaining herd of the cow and then starts eating whenever it wants. So behaving something, but what actually I am inside is something different. That is the point. Mithyachara. Mithyachara. Indriyarthan vimodatma mithyachara savuchyate. So I am trying to prove myself to be a gentleman. That is our outer mask. All of us in our life. I have to accept it. No other way. If I say, no, I am a real gentleman, then definitely I am deceiving myself. At one point of the time in my life, definitely I know I am not a gentleman. I am wearing a mask by controlling my senses. Karmendriyani sanyamya, I am trying to control artificially by force. ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹೆಸರು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದ ಜನಗಳು ನನ್ನ ಹೊಗಳಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನು. People should think that I am a very good person, I am a gentleman to the core. People should respect me. People to talk always good of me. In my absence, people should praise me. Even in my presence, they should praise me. See, these are my ideas in my life. I don't want anybody to abuse me in front of me or at my back. Always I want people to praise me, not scold me at all. ನನಗೆ ಜನ ಹೊಗಳೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಕಣ್ರಿ, ಬೈಯೋದಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಇಂಥವ್ರು ಇದಾರಪ್ಪ, ವಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಜೆಂಟ್ಲ್ಮನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎ ನೈಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹಿ ಇಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಹೌ ನೈಸ್ಲಿ ಹಿ ಟಾಕ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ನೈಸ್ಲಿ ಹಿ ಬಿಹೇವ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ಮೈ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ is so nice, my talks are so sweet, I smile openly when I talk with people. So they are hoodwinked, mithyachari. So our Gurudev says, see, we are all hypocrites, but inside I am harboring vicious, cunning ideas. Always how to subdue this fellow, how to hoodwink this fellow, ಹೇಗೆ ವಂಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಬೇಳೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ತುಳಿಬೇಕು. In professional field it is so common, most of us we know how our own colleagues, our own friends in our own profession, they appear to be our friends, but inside they'll be creating all types of plots, subplots, intrigues to see that I get a bad name. There is a life rat race they call, competitive right. So if I pull you down, there is a way I should come up. That is their mentality. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಳ್ಳಿ I should come up. That is the life. So they pretend so beautiful. Mithyachara. Same way, I have ulterior motives in my life. ನಾನು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸೆಗಳು ಇದೆ, ಕದ್ದು ಮುಚ್ಚಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. See, I don't do it openly. I have all the vices, all the bad habits I have, but I will do it privately in the night time when nobody is watching me, not in front of others, because I want to give you a good appearance. That is what is happening nowadays. Look at any sannyasi, look at any godly man, any saint, as our Gurudev has mentioned 100 times this, 100 times. Self-styled godmen, self-styled celebrities, what is their fate? Papers, you know it. That's what he is mentioning. So, that is karmendriyani sanyamya yaste manasaspara. Leaving everything by force, appearing that I have left everything, but inside I am always aspiring. I preach real brahmacharya, celibacy to the whole world as a brahmachari or as a sannyasi. But inside I am a kamuka. Look at Asaram's case. Outside, wonderful speech. Inside, the lust cannot be satiated. The hunger for cannot be satiated. That attraction for the opposite sex cannot be controlled. This is our life. So, at one point or the other, all of us, we are mithyachari only. He says, you are all mithyachari. You say something, but inside you have something else. So, be open-minded. That ultimate point is that. Be open-minded. Be open-minded, Andreno. Don't have something inside and pretend something outside. Don't be a mithyachari. Our Gurudev says, so try to be a satyachari. That is the word our Gurudev once used. Always stick on to satya. Don't hide your weakness. Our Gurudev mentioned this on this shloka. So Lord says mithyachari, don't be such a person is a mithyachari, but you try to be a satyachari. That's what our Gurudev said. Accept your point. If you have got a weakness, openly say that. Don't hide it. The more you are open, ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನ ನೀವು ನಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸತ್ಯವೇ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಕೊನೆಗೆ. ಸತ್ಯವೇ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡು. ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ. Don't falsify your life. Sanctify your life. That is what our Gurudev has mentioned on this sloka. ಯಸ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯಾಣಿ ಮನಸ ನಿಯಮ್ಯ ರಭತೆ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಕರ್ಮೇಂದ್ರಿಯೈ ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗಂ ಅಸಕ್ತಃ ಸ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ. ಯಸ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯಾಣಿ ಮನಸ ನಿಯಮ್ಯಾರಭತೆ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಕರ್ಮೇಂದ್ರಿಯೈ ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗಂ ಅಸಕ್ತಃ ಸ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ. So next, he has now made this point very clear, as our Gurudev said. The summary of Bhagavad Gita, the main point of Bhagavad Gita is to remember Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga is the path, easiest path, most important path we have to undertake. Yake? Chitta Shuddhi. It will lead to salvation. Without this Nishkama Karma Yoga, nothing can be achieved. That is the central dogma, central core of Bhagavad Gita. Our Gurudev has said, same point. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸಿ ಮೊದಲು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಡೂ ದಟ್. ವಿತೌಟ್ ದಟ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್. No, without foundation you cannot build the house. So that is the importance. What Lord is all the time giving, that's what here in this shloka, yasvindriyani manasa niyamya arabhate arjuna karmendriyai ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗಂ ಅಸಕ್ತ ಸ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ. ಸ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ. ಸಿ ಅವನು ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠನಾಗ್ತಾನಲ್ಪ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ? ದ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಲ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಹೂ ಎಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಲ್ಟೆಡ್ ಒನ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಯಾರು? ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್? ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್? ದ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಆಲ್ ದಿ 5 ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ at one level he uses it, not to the extended level. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು, ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು, ಶರೀರ ಪೋಷಣೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಮೇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ 5 ಜ್ಞಾನೇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ 5 ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್. I am not involved mentally, I am only a witness to what is happening. There are things observed, but I know even if I observe, I am not influenced, I am not attracted. There are things to listen, good things and bad things, praises and abuses. Still, when somebody praises me or somebody abuses me, when I hear, sense of hearing, I should not be perturbed. Take in the right sense. So that is what is called control. Control. Similarly, talking, Vagendriya. What I talk, that should be under my control. I should not be under the control of my own tongue. The tongue should be under my control. It refers to two things here. One is sense of taste and also ability to communicate. ನಾಲಿಗೆಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. See, Vagendriya, two functions, sense of taste and also ability to communicate. What I talk, what I don't talk. So, yastvendriyani manasa niyamya arabate Arjuna, karmendriyai karma yogam asaktaha savishishyate. So, from Nishkama Bhava, the one who has controlled the five senses, with a controlled action, he leads the life and he does the Karma Yoga without expecting any reward, without bothering about the reward and the Nishkama andre, without concentrating on the desired result. Forget about the result. Let us do the work, Baba. God has given us sincerely, as a seva, as a sacrifice. Let me do what is possible. Sincerely, with devotion. ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಅದೇ ಭಗವಂತ ಇದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ ಫಲ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ವರಿ ಮಾಡಲಿ? ವೈ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ವರಿ? ವೆದರ್ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಗಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಡೂ ಮೈ ವರ್ಕ್ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ಲಿ, not expecting anybody to sit and praise, not expecting, even if somebody scolds me is okay, but I am clear in my conscience. My conscience is clear. I have done the job neatly with my capacity, whatever my capacity. See, putting forth my ability with conviction and belief, adu Karma Yoga. Not haphazardly doing. Karma Yoga, our Gurudev has mentioned, please read Scientist Search for Truth. How he was working in IBM in New York, morning to evening, as a perfect Karma Yogi, he says, without bothering, allotted work, perfect. You remember Gurudev, how, as we have seen here, he was time conscious, even here also. Time means time. Not 1 minute late, 1 minute early. He was working as if he is totally involved in the R&D program when the fourth generation computer levels were being assembled in IBM in 60s, early 60s. He has explained that. Totally involved. Totally involved. And I remember once he told me, even before and after he obtained PhD in that polymer physics, he was attending so many international conferences, science conferences, presenting papers. He had already published more than 30 papers before he was awarded PhD. 30 international paper presentation throughout Europe and America. That is USA, Canada and Europe, he had gone presenting papers as a scientist. That is called, working with zeal. Absolute, total involvement, no question of thinking. And he told me while working he never mixed up any other issue. Only in the evening, without anybody's knowledge, when he was in Lomala Junction in New York area, while working in IBM, late in the evening he used to sit for meditation without anybody's knowledge. He never even spoke about his experiences, sadhana, his spiritual sadhana to any one of the colleagues in the IBM. Nobody knew that he is doing sadhana. That is how he did, very quietly, all by himself, not to get any praise from anybody. But in the morning he was a wonderful pakka scientist like any other American. In the late evening he was a great yogi himself. See, two different lives, no connection at all, nowhere. So that is a Karma Yoga. But what we do normally, we try to praise ourselves. We try to praise others. We want everybody to praise me. See, the greatest Maya greatest Maya is, I feel I am something different than normal people. You see, because I have a Guru. I am in Adhyatma, you see. I am in the spiritual path. I am doing sadhana. Guru has given me something. I am different from the common people. Don't know all these things. They don't know. They will die. They are born like rats and they will die like rats only next Janma. I am different. So I am highly elated, And not only that, I will be telling others also whenever possible. No, I have a great Guru with me. I am doing sadhana, I am doing meditation. I feel joy explaining also. Why? I want them to praise me. This is also a mithyachara. Why do you want anybody to praise you? Why should you tell that you are doing a meditation or sadhana? You want praise? You know that you are doing, that's all. Inside, the Guru knows that what you are doing, that's all. Where is necessity for me to take a trumpet and then explain to the whole world that here is my Guru, Jivan Mukta is there, he has told me something and I am doing it, I am under his tutelage. No necessity. No necessity. No necessity at all. So, a person who controls his mind and all the 5 sense organs and does Nishkama Karma Yoga, he is really great. That's what Lord is telling. Karmendriyai karma yogam asaktaha sa vishishyate. He is really the great person, Arjuna. That is the point. So here, remember our Gurudev said, this is the eye-opener for us. If you do karma yoga with nishkama bhava, without expecting anybody to praise you, you don't explain to anybody. Don't expect anybody. You simply do the work, that's all. Whether others watch you or not, others will look me, others will scold me, others will praise me, no way concerned. I am allotted a duty. God has given me a seva, opportunity. As long as I am alive, let God be my guide. Let my Guru be my guide. There is no difference between my Guru and God. My Guru or God resides inside the heart. He is outside also, inside also, and let him decide. Let me do the seva only. Whatever work I do is only a service to God. With that motive, let me do the work. That should be my inner conviction. That is Nishkama Bhava. Without bothering anything. No expectation whatsoever. See, at highest level, please remember, real Nishkama Karma Yoga, why it is difficult, Andre, you really don't expect anything. You may say, my purpose is to be realized. You may think, I am here for salvation. ನನಗೆ 4 ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥಗಳಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಧರ್ಮ ಅರ್ಥ ಕಾಮ ಮೋಕ್ಷ, ನನಗೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ. Even at the highest level, desiring for realization is also an expectation. Highest level. If you say, I want realization, gone case. Because you start with the I. Till the I is annihilated, nothing will happen. When the I is annihilated, there is nobody to say, I want realization. I want moksha. When the I is gone, who is there to tell, I want moksha? That means even that desire should go. That is the highest truth, our Gurudev said. ಯಾವ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆನೂ ಇರಬಾರದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ಆಸೆನೂ ಇರಬಾರದು ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ತಯಾರಾಗಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಗುರುದೇವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಗುರುಗಳ ಕೃಪೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಗುರುವಿನ ಕೃಪೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಕೃಪೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ the only prayer in the mind is, give me that strength, Guru. Gurudeva, give me that strength inside, so that let me really do the work as a service to God. Real karma yoga I should follow in my life. Real nishkama karma I should follow. I want nothing else. I want nothing else. All that you give me the strength. I know that you are inside. I know that you have blessed me. I know you are everywhere. Only give me that much of strength, so that I will not shirk from the karma yoga. Nishkama karma yoga. Real karma yoga. So that is all the prayer I have. Nothing else. So this is what our Gurudev has taught while explaining. But that is why he says Bhagavad Gita is so difficult, Baba, to understand. You may require whole life to understand real essence of Bhagavad Gita. It is not a joke. Don't be under the foolish impression. See, repeatedly our Gurudev has mentioned this. How many times God only knows. Don't be under the impression that I have understood Bhagavad Gita. No, you have not understood, because you have to practice at least one aspect of what Lord has given here, Upadesha. Practice one at least. He has given Upadesha here. Practice one part of it at least. Practice Nishkama Karma Yoga. Our Gurudev always says that. Practice Karma Yoga and show me. Then I'll appreciate you. You don't do that. Simply you say, Gurudev, I have understood the Bhagavad Gita. What is this nonsense? He has laughed. So many times he has laughed. See, I have to keep my mind open with Gurudev. I have told him, Gurudev, I have never understood Bhagavad Gita at all. In my lifetime I know it. Only with your grace, give me that strength to follow your advice, to follow your Upadesha, so that a time will come, with your grace, this may enter here. Not by, I don't have the capacity at all. No capacity. Only you have to help me, you have to bless me, you have to guide me to go to the secrets. Without your blessing, it can never happen. Can never happen. You know why this 7th sloka is so important? That's why. So Lord says, the one who is really practicing Nishkama Karma is a Shrestha person, a great person. Savishishyate. The one who controls, he excels. He is a really great person. Really great. Lord is praising such a Karma Yogi. So he says, Niyatam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo hya karmanah sharira yatrapita chatena prasiddhyet akarmanah. Next sloka. So next sloka is very clear. He comes to one benedictory conclusion here. Lord ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಯತಂ ಕುರು ಕರ್ಮತ್ವಂ ಕರ್ಮಜ್ಯಾಯಃ ಹಿ ಅಕರ್ಮಣಃ. Because when compared to akarmana, when compared to not performing any action, akarmana, karma jyaya, doing karma is greater than not doing any karma. Doing action is greater than not doing any action. See, akarmana, karma jyaya akarmana. Compared to akarmana, karma is better. So, niyatam kuru karma tvam, you do what is allotted to you. Andre, do your karma from the point of karma yoga. Lead your life from the point of nishkama bhava. Lead your life andre, karma maadu andre artha enu andre, live yourself in such a way that you are not expecting anything. Desireless. No expectation. Live very in simple terms. Don't expect anything. Anything means anything. You remember here, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has made this point very clear in Devaraj Mudaliar book, Day by Day with Bhagavan. It is there as a recorded version when P.C. Desai, one of the disciples of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, in 1945, in January 1945, raised this question. Later, Devaraj Mudaliar, who wrote Day by Day with Bhagavan, question and answers, he also intervened, asked the same question in 1945, January, to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Is it a fact that all the actions are preordained? Everything already decided? Bhagavan said, yes. It is there in the book, Day by Day with Bhagavan, it is there. What I am talking, recorded. Ramana Maharshi said, yes, it is there. Yes, everything is ordained. Then to clarify, Devaraj Mudaliar, who has written the book, author, he puts a question. Bhagavan, then you mean to say every action is already decided by prarabdha, by destiny? For example, if I take this glass of water from this place, from this stool, if I place the other side, even you think that is already predestined. It is a destiny. Bhagavan says, yes, every action is destined. What is to happen, it is going to happen. Only difference, you don't know that. You don't know, that is the difference. That is a secret, that is a beauty. Since you don't know the next moment future, all that happens by itself, and you think that you are doing something. You think that you have taken the glass filled with water, you think that you are holding, you think that you are placing the other side. Your free will. Bhagavan has given the answer so clearly. It is all your imagination. You are thinking that I have taken this glass and put this side. Already decided. This was already decided. So the prerana came here to your mind. It came here, your mind decided because of the thought process generated that you should lift, put it this side. This is how he explained. And same thing Acharya Shankara has explained in Vivek Chudha. Prarabdham pushyati vapuhu. He has made that point so clear. Prarabdham pushyati vapuhu iti nishchitya nischala. Understand that destiny plays its own role. But you don't know that. So don't bother about tomorrow. That is the point. What happens tomorrow, it will happen. Don't bother. Prarabdham pushyati vapuhu iti nishchitya nischala. But do your work sincere. Since you don't know tomorrow what is going to happen, do today, at this moment, your work sincerely. That's Karma Yoga. Confusion is there for people about the destiny and free will even today. Even after 100 years, the same confusion. A lot of questions are there between destiny and free will. Free will, destiny. They have not understood the essence. Karma Yoga, let us do our work sincerely. That is the point. What happens tomorrow, next moment is not my concern. God is there. What is to happen, it will happen. That's all. So, niyatam kuru karma. Do your work. Do your work. Niyatam means what is allotted to you. Andre, ಧರ್ಮ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಹಿತವಾದ ಕರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ನಿನಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ನ್ಯಾಯಬದ್ಧವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ವಿಹಿತ ಕರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನ do allotted work lawfully, diligently, correctly, without bothering about the results. Lawfully, diligently, correctly, without bothering about results. Do your duty. That doesn't mean you kill somebody. Unlawful activity alla. Lawful activity. What is allotted to you, do it sincerely. Yakandre, if you don't do anything, even your body cannot sustain itself because your body needs food. Your body needs food. You need money. That's what Sharirayatrapi chatena prasidhyet akarmanaha. Without working, your body also cannot survive. Your life cannot survive. ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಯೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡದೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಊಟ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ. If you sit quietly, nobody feeds you. If I don't do any work, andre anybody will feed you? No. At least for that you have to work. So that is the point. Do the work in the nishkama bhava. That is the ultimate point. ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ in so many ways Lord is putting it so that it should enter here. Let us do our work sincerely. ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಭಗವಂತ. ನಿನಗೆ ದತ್ತವಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಭಗವಂತ ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಪ್ಪ. ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಭಗವಂತ. ಸೊ ಗುರುಗಳ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪದ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ today's ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ we are closing by his sankalpa with the same ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನಾ ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್. ವಸುದೇವಸುತಂ ದೇವಂ ಕಂಸಚಾಣೂರಮರ್ದನಂ ದೇವಕೀ ಪರಮಾನಂದಂ ಕೃಷ್ಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರುಂ ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ಯತ್ಕೃಪಾತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಪರಮಾನಂದಮಾಧವಂ ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತೀಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತತೋ ಜಯಮುದೀರಯೇತ್. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ನಮಃ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಗುರುಗಳ ಆಜ್ಞೆ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಜಯ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಜಯ ರಾಮ, 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 ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಜಯ ರಾಮ ಜಯ ಜಯ ರಾಮ.